Hi, everyone. Welcome.
Hi.
Luna just decided to come in and be a part of the show. Hi, say hi, Luna.
Boo 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 boo. Hallelujah, boo baby. Yeah, just a baby.
She's purring. Hi.
So hi, yeah. Good to see you guys. It's like we just stopped as if we weren't live for a second. So Debbie, how was your day?
Oh my goodness.
Luna looks great. Hi
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah, here we are, another Friday, right? Another
Yeah.
Fry, whatever.
Fry.
Lots
We're
of
here.
lots of information, lots of things going on. World War III, we don't know.
Right. But let's talk about some stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We do have, this illegal war based on lies going on.
Yeah.
And there's no plan. There's no plan for an ending. I know.
No, you know,
He has no plans.
this regime is just willy-nilly and just it's pretty much I think their whole slogan is just save our asses. So they don't care about us. They don't care
I
about
don't care about it.
consequences. They don't care about growing the nation. It's just
No,
let's
they
get
do not.
rich and let's not go to jail. That's
And
my take on it.
and you and I have been saying, sorry, you guys, I did something with my hair. You and I have been saying this. He does not care. He is going to destroy this country and take. I don't mean to laugh. I'm laughing at Luna because she's.
It's happening again. Remember when we would do it together in your
Yes,
studio and Luna would show up? She's doing it again.
she is. She's bringing her energy. Look at her.
She knows that the energy is poopy and she's helping.
Yeah, she's burning big too.
She's helping.
So, and then we have Epstein files disappearing. They come up for 2 seconds, they take them off, and then when you go to research again with the little numbers they give you for each file, missing. It's ridiculous. They also put out today that apparently they are no longer going to honor service members that are lost because it looks bad. On the
What? Okay, I haven't heard that one. Say it again.
Yes.
Say that one more time.
They put out today, right, Amanda? She's all about. She even is ready to show her little butt.
Oh, not the booty.
Yeah, she's doing so good, guys. So great. All these people prayed for you and you came back to life like a miracle.
Pretty much.
Yeah, just like a miracle.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, he said.
No, I hadn't heard about that last thing.
Yeah, they no longer want to honor. Yes. Yes. Like the COVID numbers. So, okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying is they no longer want to honor service members who pass when they're at war. They no longer want to honor them. You know how they say, blah, 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 and they say their name and they're honored. They're flown back and they have the flag and it's a whole thing. They no longer want to do that because it looks bad. It looks bad on them or on whatever.
Well, they got rid of Kristi Noem because it looked bad on them. It's not because of what she does. What she's done.
Don't you worry. She got another job and it's going to.
Oh, yeah, she's still around.
It's going to be
not
even
like
worse.
she's like somewhere at McDonald's flipping burgers now. She's still part of the team.
And it's worse. It's worse.
Yeah.
The job they gave her, it's going to be worse. It's like what I'm being shown is, how they just put her in charge of a different overseeing a different concentration camp stuff. I
A
mean,
different made up title.
it's it's made up, but they have intentions with it,
No, for sure.
and it's. I think it's going to be worse. I don't have good. I don't have good things
Her
to say.
successor is not fabulous.
Oh, and the successor,
Yeah,
the plumber
he's
guy,
gonna be
he
a nightmare.
has no degree. What?
You don't need credentials to be a
Apparently,
part of this regime. You just have to
apparently,
agree. You just
he's
have to
gonna.
agree. Be a yes person.
He's gonna, Lisa. He's gonna
Plum.
plumb.
He's just gonna plumb. That's all he's got. I mean, there's a lot of shit around. Maybe he's gonna help
Oh, there you go.
declog the no. He's not
Declog.
gonna add shit, but you know how it is.
Yeah, it's not
But
great.
how appropriate with the shit show, we got a plumber running shit.
I like it. We need.
That means something. That's spot on, right? How appropriate. Welcome to the shit show. Bring on a plumber.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I think they're just moving her evil ass over to do something even more globally evil than what she was doing within the United States. Yeah. That's my feeling there. We can read on that if someone wants to throw a question up that we can click on. So, yeah, I'm really disturbed about the no longer honoring our service members who pass. And I also want to say with that, they say that we've only lost 4 people. Bullshit. And I can tell you straight up, I truly believe that we've lost upwards of 500 to 700 members already. And I've said that from when the first strike started. And we're not getting the true numbers. We're not getting the true stuff because you remember they bought up all the news stations.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
We're not getting the true thing. So you have to go outside that. And there is Al Jazeera, I think, is one that is giving news.
Right.
Aaron Parnas is trying to keep up. There's several on social media, independent people who are trying to keep up with, they're watching the outside, outside channels to get the news to us. But Al Jazeera, right? Yeah, yes, Barb, that one. You guys, Barb.
Al Jazeera.
Yeah, this one puts out. They try to get it out, and the BBC, yes, and they try to.
I love that Luna is
Victoria. Yeah,
Luna is holding space for all of us.
She is so holding space right now for us. So sweet. Yeah. And going along the lines there, when 45 was asked about as the threats come in, it looks like they're threatening about on U.S. soil, people losing their lives here, some war action here on our soil. And 45's response was, well, yeah,
he's like, happens. Oh, yeah, maybe, or something like that.
I mean, it happens in war, and
will we experience retaliation? He's like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna
lives will be lost. So be it.
It's how it is in war. Anyway, so just be aware, you guys. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not a good thing. That's all.
I saw something that I forgot to send to you. Apparently, The Associate Press. I mean, I don't know if it's, I hadn't had time to confirm this, but apparently Russia is assisting Iran
Yes.
against our people now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's going on.
Yeah. So, and China, right?
Well, for sure. Yeah.
Russia and China.
Most likely China too. Yeah.
I mean, so 45 has gotten himself in a pickle, and he keeps coming on saying, well, he's not backing down. They're just going to have to surrender to us, to the U.S. And they're laughing. They're laughing at us. Yeah, horrible. And then, moving into the
worldwide,
the 160, 170 confirmed. It was confirmed that it was a U.S. strike, which I always felt. But of course, they're trying to say it wasn't them, and that they are just. It has been confirmed that it was United States that struck those schools. That was a precision hit.
Oh, absolutely.
And horrifying.
Right.
I don't know. It's like, what in all things, I don't even have speech for it.
And it's interesting to think of, experts have had different opinions about that, the hit on the girls' school, that it was such a statement, of stopping the halting the population, future women.
Yep.
If we want to
there's
go there,
all different types
childbirth, it's
Right.
like stopping a lot of the lines of generational lines, knocking out all these young girls. Plus, we already know there's no respect for women. There's that too. No respect for children. And what was the other thing? That the fact that it was hit, and then people were called to show up, and then they hit it again, which was strategic in itself. It's like that was the bait. Like, we're going to hit the girls' school, then tell everybody to show up to get the girls, or identify the girls, or recover the girls, and then they hit it again.
And so they all gathered into the library where it was safe, and they hit the library.
Yeah.
Not only did they hit it again, they hit the library where everybody was gathering. So,
not good.
No. And, they're all about, pro-life or whatever, and they're, women's health.
Only if it's a fetus.
Only if
they don't care if you're
once you're born, right?
That doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's horrible.
And I only giggle because it's uncomfortable.
It's all uncomfortable.
I'm not
guys, we do.
Taking light of this. This is like some serious shit going
Not at all. I'm the same way. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just
unbelievable.
Frightening, unbelievable, horrible.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's kind of some of my notes over the last.
We're only 15 minutes in, and
I know.
I'm tired already.
It's just horrible.
I'm already
tired. But so throw up your questions. Which direction you want to go? Do we want to what we want to look at more? Deeper.
Can I say one more thing?
Okay, so yes, and I do want to address this, what Sharon said too.
All right, go ahead.
And this is in regard to the hit and blaming it on AI bullshit. I don't care. we're supposed to be like the top as far as making these precisions hit, and they did. It was precision. It was very precise.
That was a targeted,
And
precise.
I can tell you, when I saw that theory come across, it hit me as they're going to blame it on AI now. No, nope, it was purposed.
What I wanted to say is just that what they're doing works in the respect of, we're not talking about ICE right now. We're not talking about the assassinations for protesters that have happened recently. All those topics nobody's talking about
No one's talking about
anymore.
them anymore.
And that's this. So always remember, guys, the previous 1 to 100 things that just happened, because they're always going to do that next thing to try to distract us from the other stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any ICE stuff on my feeds or in conversations, and nobody talks about all those assassinations of the protesters, and
it's still going on.
It's still going on. Anyway, just don't forget, I guess is what I'm trying to say, guys. Don't forget. It all comes as a bundle. It's not just the current thing. So
yeah, Gray, I read all that as well. But keep in mind that we're going to see a lot, hear a lot, and just be aware of all that. But they hit the school. The parents were called to come get their children. They waited for the parents to come to get their children, and they struck it again when the parents all got there. Believe me, that's not an AI strike.
That's purposeful.
Very purposeful. Yes, and then don't forget the Charlie Kirk banner on the Department of Education building, and Melania at the UN to speak on protecting our children 2 days after they just
such a
deleted
circus.
At school.
Such a circus.
So, and hitting hospitals and schools and all. Yeah, it's not. I think they did hit another school, with boys and girls in it too.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's all sickening.
And one of the most sickening things for me is that people still support it. They cheer it on.
They cheered on. They condone it. They twist stories to say.
What's the hoorah behind that? I don't understand it. Yeah, I even have to step aside for a second and think, where are they coming from with this to make them think that this makes sense? It does not make sense at all.
Nope. And did you see? I think I sent you the Lie Social thing that 45 wrote about making Iran great again.
MEGA.
Literally, that's what he wrote, you guys. In his post saying that they need to
make Iran great again.
And blah, blah, blah. And he goes on to this whole rant. Of course, it was the middle of the night rant. He's like, MEGA, make Iran great again. Iran, great again.
I could vomit.
Yeah. Thank you, Gray. Gray, I'm all fired up here. Okay. All right. So let's dive into some of these questions, I guess.
Take a
look. I know.
if you wanna. I guess that's why we're here. Is that why we're here?
Oh gosh. All right. Let's start
Oh, and
here.
thank you, all of you in there who are hitting both of our channels. And if you don't manage to get to both, we understand.
Oh yeah.
We just appreciate the energy that you're here.
Absolutely.
Wherever you are, it's fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Amanda. Thank you for hanging out here with us. And Amanda's asking about our power grid and is it going to be affected? So will the power grid and internet go down in the US due to the current conflicts going on? I see waves of it being hit. I don't see like a full grid shut down, but I am seeing kind of waves of it.
I'm immediately feeling like the breach thing. You know how they
Oh, the
just do
breach
the
stuff.
breaches. I think that's gonna happen.
Which reminds me, you know, when he first started this conflict, he said, well, they intercepted our elections. And so, oh, okay, they intercepted our elections. So you're going to go in and bomb hospitals and what? Like, what does that even, I don't even get it.
Yeah,
And
what does that even mean?
first of all, you're the one that's you're the one that's cheating in the elections. Yeah, like rolling. I'm not sure if it's by the electric companies, Melissa, but I'm just being shown it that way. It doesn't mean it's rolling blackout. I see it kind of hitting an area, but not a full one all at once. Oh, Connie. Weird. Barb says the Pope has condemned Trump every day since this war has started. Yay, Pope.
Way to go, Pope.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think there's something to this question only because I don't think I've ever, with my little weird deck over here, I don't think I've ever thrown so many vague cards.
Oh.
They're all vague. I'm not even kidding, guys. I got, via. I got in, divide, subtract, bullseye. What is that? I don't even know what that means. If you all know,
it's like code. All right, you guys, code
this
breakers.
is a serious code. Via or
we need
via.
some code breakers from the family here to tell us what that all means. But yeah,
in,
I agree.
Divide, minus, bullseye. It's like it's so mathematical. Is this calculus? What's happening here? There is something to this question. I think Amanda, you're intuitively tapping into a little something here for sure. Yeah, but let's see what Debbie's got. I don't even know how to dive into this one.
You know, they're going to stay on top of this. I feel like they're already looking for this type of interference and shutdown. So I feel like they have a lot of force in front of this. And when I say they, I don't mean like the regime, but I mean the people who are already in those positions, looking out for that type of activity that, hopefully they don't fire them.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
So they are kind of vigilant. They're vigilantly watching for this. You may see bits and pieces sneak through, but I feel like they are hard at work keeping in front of this. Okay. But they are trying. You could see on Lisa's code, they are at work.
And they're saying a lot of good stuff in the chat. They're saying divide and conquer.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
The
We like
minus,
that.
yeah, the minus
Yeah.
might actually be, subtract or delete or something, I think so.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, so, but it's interesting because I also got a message in regard to 45. He, in this action, out of all the actions that he's done, and I've said it over and over again, both you and I have spoken all his actions over and over again on on our channels. But this one really has shut the door on him globally. And of course, he's representing us. And so the United States is being crippled by this as well. But this action, going to war, is going to cripple us as a nation. And he did that to us. It will take a minute to rebuild from this, but we will. I'm not trying to freak everyone out, but we will rebuild better as all the yuckies coming to the surface, and he's part of bringing that yucky to the surface, and we talk about this all the time. We now can see our enemies. I remember, and if Victoria's still here, back in the day when I heard this, and we were young, Vic, but I remember hearing this, and I can't remember where I heard it, but it stuck with me that this country that was kind of war torn and having trouble, that they felt bad for us in America. And this was years ago, you guys. I'm talking at least over 3 decades ago. Over 3 decades. That's all I'm saying. And they said because we couldn't see our enemy. And that stuck with me. And so now, over the past 10 years, as things are coming to the surface, we are seeing our enemy.
Everybody's showing us who they are.
They're showing us, yes, everything's coming to the surface, and we now can see our enemy, and we now know who we are battling against. And so, spiritual Sean, I love you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Vic. Anyway, I'll never forget that. But now here we are. We can see our enemy, and now we know how to combat it. Kinda. I can't remember, Vic. I don't. But we were together when we heard that, and I just don't remember where it was. But anyway, it stuck with me.
She said,
yeah, probably church. Probably church, which I won't ever step toe into again. But yes. Yes. And Connie, yes, you have always known the enemy. The natives have always known the enemy, who the enemy was. Yeah. And the rest of us were all fucking blind to it. Not anymore. Sorry about the many years of being blind. All right. Your turn to pick.
Okay. Oh, you guys have really good questions today.
Yeah, great questions.
Hey, this is interesting to me. from Ink and Flame. Hi. What do you see as the 3-month outcome for the U.S. military, U.S. regime, and U.S.
And
people?
the US people. Great question. And Connie says, they made us all slaves to money and things. Yeah. And in that, we were blind to who the real enemy was because we were following the carrot, right? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, okay. 3-month outcome. I like this. In members group today, we did a interesting question, Ink and Flame Insights, because in our members group, we did a exercise where we looked at our own timeline. I guided everybody on a little journey looking at their own timeline 3 months out to kind of see where.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So,
okay.
And I can tell you, overwhelmingly in a good place in 3 months. So, because I literally took them 3 months out on their timeline.
That's funny.
Isn't that weird?
I was really drawn to that question. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense. Let's look for the U.S. military, U.S. regime, and the U.S. people. So there's 3 different ways. Right? Smiling heart was there. But it was yeah, you guys can all do it. Just kind of
I'm seeing a lot of people in there saying they haven't been getting notifications from either one of us.
Right. Yeah, you guys, it's part of, remember last week we couldn't get comments coming up?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And this week no one's getting alerted.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all the.
I even had a Lisa live recently where I couldn't throw the wrenches for a minute. I was like, am I cut off?
You're cut off. Okay. All right. Jackson Barron, I know. With his, but no,
he's got bone spurs and he's too tall.
He's too tall and has bone spurs. I mean, it already came out. It like 2 days after the war started, they already put out that he had, right? He can't.
And then everybody's talking about that NBA star Robinson, I think, that was in the Navy, and he's like 7'1" or 7 feet tall, and it's like height is not an issue. And I think he was in the Navy. I think that guy was that tall and like sardined into a submarine or something.
I was going to say, have you seen their barracks where they have to sleep? It's like,
right, yeah, for sure. So it's just more bullshit. Okay, so I focused on military.
Okay, I'll focus on the regime, and then we'll both focus on the U.S. people together. How's that?
Awesome. Okay, sounds good. So regarding military, guys, because when I initially was zoning in on that one, I was thinking, well, the losses that'll be a part of it, and consequences of just going into battle. Those things, there are going to be losses for sure. But I got like 4 of the best cards I can think of here. I got the Ace of Cups. Regarding military, I also got the Victory card. 6 of Wands. Right there. And I got the Chariot, but then after that I got Ace of Wands, which I think is interesting. And that this could be a little bit of a twist. It almost makes me feel like the military, although they are following commands, I still feel like the military are going to be a significant part of bringing peace, bringing justice, something with the movement of that. it feels like it's not all negative, uh,
Mm,
but of course, the process is negative. I guess I'll say it like
yeah.
that, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
You're doing regime.
I'm doing the regime, and it's an interesting read. Um, you know, it's almost like, again, following that money and all that. But I do feel that you're seeing some splinters, so to speak. You have folks leaving, trying to jump ship. You have scandal, you have breakup. So you have this combination going on. So you have the Three of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords. So you have that scandal and breakups going on. And you have the Tower. And yeah, you know, what more can you say about that? So that's kind of like playing out. But
Mhm.
you also have part of people still trying to hold on to this tradition. They're still trying to look like they're making things work or whatever. They're trying to pull it together, but you know, it doesn't look good with the splintering going on and scandals and breakups and more tower moments.
Yeah.
But you also do have that Ten of Pentacles coming in with the Knight of Wands. So there's still some movement there, but you're seeing a lot of things, a lot of splinters. When I look into the wind, like if I go there and I'm looking into the window, and we all can do this, you guys, because you all have this ability. Just kind of go like this with your eyes, and you can even be looking at just a straight wall and look in and ask to be shown what's happening in 3 months in there. It's like chaos when I look through the window. Nothing's been cleaned up. The dishes are all filled in the sink. So it's that type of metaphor going on. No one's done the dishes. No one's doing this. Things are being dropped. Balls are being dropped. People are jumping ship, all that.
Yeah.
So when you guys do that, what are you guys seeing when you look
Yeah.
through
Put
that
it in the chat,
regime?
guys. Are you all doing the virtual view
Use
of your own there?
those virtual glasses on. Look over.
Yeah. What do you see? Liz said scary.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. So we're both looking at the us, the people. What's happening with us in 3 months? I do feel a different energy. Okay, someone says an empty, resolute desk. Yay.
All right. For the people.
All right, moderators. There's one for you to take down.
Oh, is there something interesting in there?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, come on, Blue
We have 3 billion moderators.
Blue Crew, do your thing. Of course, 50% of them are like, we have the blue, we don't know what to do with it.
Oh, well, that's true.
Do your
That
best,
is
guys.
true.
Just slap them around. All right. So regarding the people on my end over here,
Mm-hmm.
I've just got a lot of stuff across the board. It just seems like uh, a dichotomy. I want to say that
Oh
dichotomy a
yeah,
little bit here.
100%.
Um,
Yep.
because I got the sun. It's like woo, love that. But I also got the devil
Yep.
behind that. I got
Okay.
strife. I got strife also.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 5 of Wands. Then I got the lovers. I got the gourmet chef. So as always, guys, not a perfect world with anything, right?
No, I mean, it's June. We're
Yeah,
looking
but
at
but it does
June, right?
feel like that a way will be found to uh, rejuvenate, to recover, to
We're recovering.
reestablish things, and in a different way. I mean, that could even be political parties, being looked at differently. The way we help each other, or the way we accept help from other nations, looking at that differently. I think there's just going to be a different perspective on how to move forward. That's nice. But yeah, there's the strife, the evil, the good, all of that. But I don't feel bad about it. I just feel like it's just a process. Feels like a process. It's
It
just
is. I
something
think
new.
you nailed it. I think we're in process, you guys,
Mhm.
which is good. That means there's movement,
Yeah,
but there's also been heartbreak.
for
There's
sure.
also been destruction. But we're seeing that. We're living that right now. We already know that. We're already there. That's not new, right? Um, we but again, it does get a little bit worse before it gets better. So if we go that 3 months out, we're kind of coming out of some really yucky in the next 3 months. But we are on that other side where we're in a place where we're like, okay, we are now in a place to make new decisions. But we want to make the right decisions because we no longer want the type of leadership that we've always chosen,
Yeah.
whether it is Democrat or whatever it is. It doesn't matter.
The
Um,
old things.
the, the old democracy was meant. It was very misogynistic, very patriarchal, all the things. Yes, there was a there. Obviously, the more liberal is a more united um the right, it's civil rights and the rights for all and like that leaning, but always led by a puppet masters, right? And that's what we want to get out of. And so here we are getting out of it, but we will go through some stuff, but we're taking inventory, what I like seeing here with this group of cards. And so don't get stuck on the tower and the
The
three
3
of
of Swords.
swords, because that means it's almost like that's already kind of happened. Because look, we're looking back now. It's causing us to go, okay, what have we lost? What have we gained? What do we need moving forward? Okay. So again, this month, March, and I feel like March and April, and I think if Ness might not be here, but you astrologers know, I feel like March and April are a little bit challenging. Then we move into May and June, and it starts. We're kind of cleaning up a bit. So we're looking at we have the Seven of Cups and the King of Cups coming in as a result of all this, right? So it's starting to move. It's starting to improve, but we are. I literally, when I looked that direction, I didn't put.
You didn't have you didn't have the full goggles on. You said like a monocle.
I put a little monocle on. I forgot to show you these cards too in the future. So we move into the Ace of Cups. We have the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. So really opening up, moving into that future, into that new. So hold on to this energy. Yes, we do have some of that yucky, but it's pushing us this direction. Okay, you guys. But I do, I see food line, it's kind of like the food lines and like, there are some struggles, but it draws us all together to support one another and make sure that people are not alone in their struggles.
Right on. It's your turn.
Right, Brady? Yeah, I think once the U.S. once they find out that there's way more than 4 people, I can't believe that anybody would even believe. I'm not going there, but anyway.
Oh, you should go there.
No.
Oh, you should.
Anyway. All right. So I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So let's go back to the questions here. Spring gonna sprung us. Yes, Brady. Yay. Okay. We did that one. Let's go here. What is he really feeling right now?
He's trying to get to heaven.
He's not going to heaven.
At the last minute.
That's what cracks me up. He came on, he tells the world, he's like, I know that I'm not going to heaven or anything. However, that the military people, generals in the military and everybody believes that he's like been anointed by God to lead this war.
And start the Armageddon or whatever.
To start the Armageddon, to bring back Jesus.
It's a cult. It's a cult. I mean,
can you believe that people who, and you have these service members calling and saying, what?
I'll tell you what, I cannot imagine what it's like to be in that position where you have signed up to serve your country and there are things you have to do. And you have maybe even a family to support. And this maniac, you're being told that he is God Almighty. How do you even get through your day with that? I mean, I think about that all the time. It's like, oh my God, I can't even imagine if I was in the service right now. And this is going on, aside from worrying about being deployed, but just the whole concept is bizarre.
And then you think, you were hoping that the military were going to stand up and follow the Constitution. But if they believe this shit,
I mean, I don't know. And now it really does. And I'm overstepping. I'm going beyond this question here, but it also, I'm just sharing, guys. Just bear with me. I'm venting. It's alarming to me that somehow this makes sense to so many people. I don't understand that concept of it at all. I don't know how that's okay. I don't know how loved ones can support it if they have someone in the service.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so many layers of it that I just don't get.
Yeah. Beverly's daughter's in the service, sending all love and blessings to her.
And
Okay.
he is so blatantly shown that he has no respect for the service. Bizarre. All right. Anyway.
Oh god. He fucking believes all this shit.
Okay, this is interesting.
Okay.
I did the thing where I decided to draw from like more of an oracle kind of thing. And I drew two cards. One says, how's he feeling? How's he feeling? All right. So one says, make a change, embrace growth, seek new paths, and welcome transformations with an open heart. And then the other one says, embrace solitude, reflect deeply for survival. That might be the one. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in the quiet of introspection. You know what? I'm feeling this one a little bit more. Survival mode. That's what he's
Yeah,
in. He's in survival mode.
for sure.
And introspection might be happening. I don't know, guys. He's barely human, so I'm not sure about that. But
It's barely human.
yeah, but definitely survival. It's like, let's do what we got to do to make sure that I'm okay. And whoever's going down, they're all, if I'm going down, I'm bringing everybody down with me.
Well, yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's surviving, and he's also still very much about his legacy and bringing new money in and getting paid off and like that. But that's going to slow down. He still wants, right, again, he's a narcissist who can never do anything wrong. So, but interesting enough, I do have, beyond him trying to just, his focus is literally not on what we focus on. You guys, this family, we all are connected to our heart space. We have empathy. We have morality. He doesn't have any of those things, right? So his focus is on his
Illusions of grandeur.
Yeah, and his money and where the money's coming from, and I'm the leader, and he sees himself as a good, all those things. But you do have a little bit of, but where this comes from could be that he's not getting, his money train is stopping or something. It's not about regretting people dying or like that. He likes that. He feeds off of all of that. So this could be just lack of that. He also is looking at, and he probably feels bad. I now see it a little bit better. I think he's like, I'm immortal. He's that death card is on his tail. And so,
Are you high-fiving me?
yeah, I'm trying to bring it into focus. I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah. So yeah, he has this total internal conflict going on, but it's not what you would think it is. It's not like we would struggle with, oh my gosh, I just hit a bird, and we would be destroyed for days because we hit that bird. It's not like that. It's because it's all about the money thing and the trails and like that kind of thing. Or it could be like things coming out like from the files, which he really, at this point, he's like, nothing's going to happen to me, so I don't care. You know what I mean? Like that.
I think he's almost hoping he walks into the light before any of that comes to fruition, I'll tell you what, though, this is going to really set a precedent for future presidents. He has jacked all this up so badly. Um, we need to revamp and troubleshoot and child-proof, foolproof. You know what I mean? It's just, if anything, moving forward, my gosh, we're going to be so locked in on getting the right person in there. Once the shit show is
It
done.
can never be the same, Lisa.
It's our government is not going to be like what we grew up with, guys.
Ever again. And thank goodness.
And that's, call that a thing.
We thought we thought they painted it out to be so safeguarded and like all these safe nets in, like, for this never to happen, which it was all an illusion.
Yeah.
So thank goodness, but it's never going to run the same as it was. All right. I think it's your turn.
Okay. We got time? We good?
Mm-hmm. We can do one more.
All right.
We'll do one more question and then we'll do a reading for all of us from Spirit.
Oh my gosh. Oh, all these are good. All right, hold on.
Yeah, they're all great questions, you guys.
How about this one? Since we're kind of on him right now.
Hi, Barb.
Barb Wheel. Hi, Barb. Will Trump try to implement a draft in the U.S.?
I'm getting a yes on that.
The only reason why I was leaning to a yes on that is because they're working so hard to protect Barron.
Right?
How can you implement a draft and you've got eligible offspring and you don't put them in? So,
right. What if that was just like a warning, like warning us? Okay, so they're already protecting him. So why would they have to pre-protect him from what? Like he
like, why even worry about it? It's not he's enlisting, right?
So, right. So are they gonna? That's the plan. I can say that's the plan. To implement the draft. He really wants to revamp the whole military system to be ridiculously fascist. I don't have another word. Yeah, definitely working on it. That's the plan, and they're working on it.
Well, I got a watchdog. Maybe that's my working on it. They're really keeping an eye on the situation.
Yeah.
Like how they can profit from it,
right?
Economically, maybe that's what that was. That's the card I was staring at. I'm like, what?
I don't know that it's going to come to pass. Is all I'm saying. But that is their plan. They're working on it. They want to do it. Here's my watch card. See, they're planning on it.
Okay.
They want to do that, but you have the devil card in there.
I got Ghost and Ruler, and that's the other two I'm staring at. I'm wondering if that just means them, because we all know they're, the playbook and historical bad moves, and maybe they are looking at how the draft has panned out in the past and what has happened with implementing that.
I don't know how it works, like whose signatures you need on there to create a draft. But I feel like, because I have both Justice, the Hierophant, and then the Death card. So I'm wondering if it's going to be shot down. I don't know, but they are planning on making it happen, but there's something here that maybe stops it.
Interesting. It's on the table.
It's on the
I
table.
guess let's just
Let's
say
say
that.
that.
It's
Because I did get a yes about it, but it didn't feel like, how's that going to work? Because when I went more into the energy of the yes, it was like chaotic. And
maybe that's a good one to look at next time we
oh
do
yeah,
this. Maybe
yeah,
it's
we'll spend a little
so
more time
in
on it.
process, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. I wanted to look at, where did that go? Oh, Lightwalker. Thank you for saying hello. I
Hello.
usually mostly lurk, but coming out to say I really love this community. Yay. We
Aw,
all love you too.
yeah,
And Lisa and Debbie's channels. Thank you, Lightwalker.
you.
That was very kind.
Thank you so much. We
Um,
need a card for the people, unless you're
yes.
seeing good stuff in there
Nope.
to click on here.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, 18-year-old.
Oh, I was gonna click that. I was just gonna click that.
we're on the same page. I love it.
Did
I've
you
been
about to say?
I've been posting GI rights hotline to save and share as needed. Confidential, free, accurate legal advice for service members and military families. Write this number down, you guys. Share it on your platforms.
1-877-447-4487.
Take a picture. Okay, got it. I just took a picture. Yeah. All right.
Liz, look at Liz. Throw any snowballs at your neighbor's windows today, Lisa? I haven't today, but yes, it has happened.
Did you work from home today?
No, I went to work, and then I actually went to Head Honcho's office. I was like, it's really snowing out there. Can we go work from home? She's like,
Right.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I left early.
Oh,
So
okay.
I worked home the rest of the day.
It was really coming down.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to pull a card from Spirit to us to help us through the week.
All righty.
Where am I? Remember my badass cards? That's the ones I want to find. I don't know where they're at. We need some badass cards, don't you guys?
Like the custom cards? Is that what we're talking
Well,
about?
no, it was like being a badass, and it would give
Oh
us,
yeah, you do have badass cards. Yeah, get them out.
I don't know where they are. They're back there in that thing.
And
Somewhere.
okay.
Next
Thank you,
time, guys.
gracious lady says I would not do that. I would never throw snowballs at a neighbor's house.
But she did. By accident.
By a total accident. I got excited. I got carried away. All right.
Oh gosh, I have a funny just story to share about something about like throwing stuff like that and accidentally hitting something. But it's kind of a long story, so I don't know if everybody wants to hear
Well, now
it.
you've just initiated it. You have to now. Go ahead. We've got time.
Okay. So when I was about 6 years old, we used to take our trash to the dump. We'd put it in our back of our big orange truck thingy. The truck was from the 60s. And we'd put these big barrels back there and just throw in all this stuff. And then you'd drive to the dump. And then it was like a normal thing. Like we didn't have like what you have now. Or I should say what we have now. And so I always loved going. I don't know why. And so I went, it was just me and my dad at the dump. And he would go down into the trash and he'd be throwing the trash. I don't know what they'd be doing down there, but everybody would back their trucks in and you'd see people down in the trash and dumping trash down there. And I was in the back of the truck and there was these little pieces of wood about this big, and, I thought, "Oh, I'd help out up there," so I'd pick up the wood and I'd throw it, and so I picked up the wood and I started throwing it, but every time I throw it, it would hit this man I'd hit this man that was standing.
The same man?
I chucked it and it hit the man the first time, and it hit the man, and I ducked down, in the truck. I was very little, very tiny, and I ducked down, and I could see that he was looking around like, "What the hell?" And he'd be going like this, and then I'm like, "Oh gosh, I gotta be careful." So I'd pick up another and throw it, hit him again. It
Why
happened like 3 or 4 times, right? And I would duck. This man was getting really mad, and he's like really angry, and I kept hitting him. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? I don't know why my arm just kept going.
poor guy.
And I really didn't mean, I was really trying to miss him. I didn't want to hit anybody. So then I picked him and I hit my dad in the head, and that was the
Oh,
end of that.
no.
That was so hilarious. Oh my God.
Well, look, that's something else we have in common.
I hit him in the head, and I ducked down on my dad, and he knew it was me, and I'm like, "I'm trying to just help."
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
Well, at least you didn't get in trouble, so that's good.
No. Just assume maybe he needed to be hit in the head. I don't know. Because I really was trying not to hit
There's
him in the head.
obviously something behind that. He needed
There is
a smack in the
something.
head.
Who was directing my arm? I
Twice.
wanna know what spirit was directing my arm to keep throwing it right at this man's head. Okay. All right, enough of that. Let's get a
love it.
message from spirit. Who else had to take back in the day, take their trash to the dump? Was
Yeah,
that a
anybody do
thing
that?
for anybody else?
I didn't have to. I didn't do that. How many of you hit the same guy several times? Anyone?
Anybody else do that? No. My dad and I, Smiling Heart said my dad and I at the dump too. A red truck
Pooh did. Pooh
on
said
the
he
old
did.
trash dump, yeah, on the mountains of, yeah.
Nancy Carlson, Joseph Winnie.
Yeah. Oh, my Spencer. Oh, I was throwing out little pieces of wood. I don't know what they were. They were just these little pieces of wood, but we had a pile of them. So I thought, oh, I can do that. And apparently, oh, Nancy. Oh, Cindy said we didn't have to, but we did. Maybe that was the deal. I don't know. We weren't,
Yeah, maybe it was an option.
Yeah, maybe it was. I don't know. I was 6. All right. It was still the 60s, so I don't know. All right. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. So I have okay. It says disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. What?
Oh, you guys.
That's so
Okay.
appropriate.
There is hope even in the darkest nights. You guys hold that in your heart. That is so perfect.
That is perfect. That gave me little goosey bumps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like a mic drop there.
Almost.
I'm using the same cards, but I got number 44.
Nice.
You know the way. Trust your intuition on this journey. Trust.
Nice.
Trust.
And you know what? And mine was 10. So that's like a 1, like a new beginning, right?
Yeah. Beginning. Newbie.
Good numbers, good cards.
Good numbers, good cards, guys. I love seeing all these old school stuff. Burning leaves in barrels. Yeah, we used to. Yep. Dad was a contractor, so he was always going to the dump and stuff from his jobs. Yep. You could always find treasures at the dump too during those days. They wouldn't separate anything, so you'd find like they'd throw all kinds of treasures.
Like a whole put together treasure.
Yeah. I was just looking to see. Lisa said they had trash pickup at the house. Yeah, I don't think my family wanted to pay for that.
Gotcha.
They just do it themselves.
No, understandable.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
No, yeah, I don't remember ever doing that. I think we always had trash pickup.
And yeah, one man's trash, another person's treasure. And I do now, as I'm thinking about it, I do recall that every time we went to the dump, we would stop and get an ice cream. So
Oh, well, that's worth the
I can
trip
see why
right
I would
there.
want to go. I can see why I wanted to go.
I'd be there. I'd be like, let's go every day.
Yeah. Yeah, Nancy, it was interesting for me to see what people would throw away, even at such a young age. I thought it was very interesting.
That sounds like a really cool experience to me, actually.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we did go way over time. It's 1:11.
Look at that.
So we'll go ahead and let you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. We love you. Lisa live tomorrow night.
Yes.
Know that it's on. It's 5:00 Mountain Time. So just know 7:00 Eastern Time. She'll be there, whether you get the alert or not. Just go on, check it out, because apparently no one's getting the alert. So
yeah, bizarre.
Yeah. So
and thank you for watching us, guys. And you all had wonderful questions as usual.
As usual.
And leave a comment on our channels when this is over also.
Thank you for all the comments
on
the channels, because that does help.
The energy is always so wonderful when we're all together. We're better together.
Better together.
We're better together.
I love it. All right. See you guys later.
Boop.
Boop.